Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 37 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Where between episodes I've been kind of keeping an eye on this new passive mob spawner farmer killer dude. With the main goal that I had set out for this, obviously I wanted like a bunch of food options and some more leather and like a bunch of other mob drops, but I was also really interested in getting more wool. And you can see I'm not getting as much wool as I had hoped. Because remember, like, part of what I started wanting to work towards is getting a wither spawner, and there's a few ways we could capture a wither and trap him so that we can kill him. But, yeah, wool is going to be a problem for us if we can't get her done. So, here's my thoughts. Let's do this. Let's, instead of getting wool this way, let's set up a neat little create system to make some wool. So I've got a plan. I'm going to have sheep in a farm here. And then we're going to have a mechanical bearing, like so. And then I'd like to have, probably with some glue in my offhand. Now, I made most of what I need here between episodes, but, you know, we'll see if I missed anything. Okay, cool. And then let's get ourselves situated. Alright, I'm going to need some of this. Although I don't want that stuff to be... There we go. And I'm thinking, can I get a belt that'll reach all the way here? You're far enough away now? I don't know how far belts can go. Oh wow, they can actually go that far. Well, that's cool. That is nifty. I was unawares. Today I found out. Nice! Okay, cool. I should probably make a brake of some kind. What are they called again? The things that let you break stuff. Clutch, right? That's what I'm talking about? Yeah, clutch. That's just going to need a couple redstone. That should be fine. And then a nice lever. Sweet. I love it. And then I just pop this dude here, and we can stop it. All right, cool. So here's what I'm thinking. If I were to remove this and instead place a linear chassis here, could we just have a simple line of deployers? Kind of, and I want four. I want four. And would that be cool, or is that too low? I might want that to be one higher. I feel like one higher would be the way to go for this, but we're gonna have to test it out a little bit to see what, you know, needs to happen for this to work. But we'll do this. We'll do our linear chassis. We'll glue that to make sure that it's good. I never know when you need glue or not, so I just kind of like glue. When in doubt, glue. And I'm always in doubt, so I always glue. And then I would like some shears. Now, there's a few things I'm not too sure about, but we're going to find out. I know we want 4 shears. I would like a chest. We're going to want the connector doohickey like this is, but we'll take care of that in a minute. Let's have the chest here with 3 shears in it. And my question is, if I tell you to have shears in you, will you pull out of the chest automatically? I'm hoping yes. But we'll see what happens when we turn it on. Actually, yes. Yes, it did. That is awesome. That is awesome. Look at that. It grabbed the shears out of the chest because the filter was for shears. That's what I was hoping would happen. And it happened. So I'm on board with that. I am super on board with that. Okay, cool. Sweet. Alright, so now we want a little bit more dirt. Oh, wrong dude. Okay. And I should be able to pop through here. Perfect. Sweet. So I can pop in there to turn it on and off as needed, or we could set up some kind of redstone trickery, but we'll figure that out in the future. So is that like all I need to do to farm sheep? Let's find out. So next stage of this design and build is we want the shrink mods sheep to come out. So chicken, sheep, cow, cow, sheep, chicken, sheep, sheep, cow, sheep, sheep, chicken, sheep. All right. So let's keep like, I'll just do it. It's fine. All right, and I need my shrink tool to de-shrinkify these guys. I don't want them sneaking out the fence gates now, do I? Okay. So, in theory, I should now be able to... Ha 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 ha! That is cool. Look at it go. Look at it go. It just works perfectly. Hey, how did you get out? Excuse me, sir. Do what now? He's opening the gate. That's hilarious. Look, he's right-clicking the gate and opening it. That is too funny. That is completely unexpected, but yes, he is opening the gate. That is great, actually. That is hilarious. Technically, I don't need a gate. I should get another fence, though, before I... Ah, a tree. A tree grew in my face. Technically, I should only need one of these. Hey, get back in there. Stop it. We've got a jailbreak here, folks. Silly tiny sheep. You and your mini hitboxes. Alright, that should be cool. Let's take a quick nap here. And then plan for removing items from this setup, right? So it shouldn't be too bad to set up. We just need that deployer-y doohickey. What are these things called again? Portable storage interface. Yeah, you guys. So we just need to shoot an andesite casing? Not a problem. One thing I do appreciate about Create is, like, the recipes are just not bad for the most part. Like, most of them are very simple. Which is what... Because it makes you focus more on, like, actually building cool stuff rather than crafting things. Which I think is 100% the way you want to go. Now, what are the chances that my lever would work through the ground here? I don't know, but we'll find out. Never hurts to have a stack of levers. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. If I wanted that to work, we could make that work, but I'm not going to be too fussed about it right now. Because in general, this thing's just going to always be on, right? So if I stick my portable storage interface here, and then one block away have another portable storage interface, and then a chest, right? So this guy I had with laser IO, but that's because we were doing some complex sorting and routing. If I just had a chute and a chest, it should work. Is that right? Am I remembering that correctly? That I can just stick a chute and a chest here? And it doesn't even need to be a chest. It could just be a drawer, right? That might even be better. Ah, I'm inside something I shouldn't be inside. There we go. You know what I could do, by the way? Mute sheep sounds, but meh. Did I break something? Oh, I broke this thing, actually. There we go. So now connect and shoot. Nice. Look at that. How cool is that? How cool is that, folks? That is awesome, right? How, like, that's so good. We've now got wool for days. All the wool we could ever want. That's actually really neat. Now, I will have to occasionally add more shears to this chest. And if I wanted to, I could set up automation for that. Because I'm pretty sure this can both insert and extract from that chest. So, something I could do, in theory, is use laser IO for this. I mean, in theory. In theory, we could use laser IO for this. Let me put away some of the stuff we don't need no more is from create, because the create component of this build is pretty done. Cool. You're done. Don't need you no mores. Get me a few more shears. Get me a chest. Sure, why not? Iron chest, it won't hurt. Actually, I have a bunch in my inventory, but that doesn't matter. Shh, you saw nothing. Now, if I placed a chest here and put a bunch of shears in it, and then we set up a laser IO node here with a counting filter, okay? What I can designate is this guy to be an insert, okay? And that insert will have a counting filter with shears in it. And I can increase that count up to 4. And that should mean insert 4 shears into the adjacent chest. Okay? So let's turn this off. I definitely need a better way to get in there. I need an access hatch, is what I need. Then I could just put my lever here. Sounds like it should work. Okay, so check this out. The chest currently has nothing in it, right? So if I set the down here to have an extract card, or it can transfer 8 items at a time, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shears in there. 8, maybe. In theory, when it moves, it should get the shears. Ha 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 ha! And it's just going to keep 8 shears in stock. Or 4 shears in stock, whatever I told it, right? So if we stop this and look inside the chest, there's 4 shears in there. How cool is that? And then if the shears get used up, like we use 3 of them, right? As long as I keep shears in stock over here, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we turn this guy on again, ta-da! It took the 3 out. How cool is that? I love it. So if I got one more set of shears, then we've got the 4 that are in there now, the 4 that are in the chest, and then 4 more for another point in the future. And again, as soon as these shears get destroyed because they got used up from shearing sheep, it'll replace them from the chest. And then the laser IO system will replace the shears in the chest up there with the shears that are here. And then we'll just, you know, pretty much keep going until this chest runs out. How cool is that? And I'm out of food. Luckily, I made some food. What kind of good food do we have available here? So what's interesting is we have a ton of leather, but we have no steak. How is that possible? Somebody explain to me how we have so much leather and 0 steak. Where are my cows at? So this would give me 3, and this would give me 2.5 cooked rabbit. So I guess mutton's the better option here for food. Where's my steak? So hey, that's cool, right? I think that's a neat little system there. My opinion. I think it's pretty cool. So it should be perfect, but we'll find out if there's any issues that pop up with it. Deal? All right, so now, speaking of laser I/O, let's get back to sorting this stuff, right? So what we're going to want to have is a nice laser I/O system. And I'm going to want you guys back here, and I'm going to want a corner piece here, and I'm going to want... you're kind of in my way. So what I could do is just have you here. That works. Okay, so you're going to have... and then let's get a chest. Let's get a big one. A diamond, maybe? Here, insert high priority. Here, insert low priority. Okay. And then let's stage the drawers with a bunch of good stuff. Now, did I already... Because you don't look locked to me. Am I crazy? Are you linked? I guess not. That should do. Okay. And then... Everybody locked? Perfect. And then we'll stage the drawers. So what I'm going to do is... We're probably going to eventually have all the colors of the rainbow, right? And so that's probably going to be 16. So what do we got here? 20-ish? Yeah. So we might need some more drawers at some point. But let's use the last two for that. So let's do this. Okay. And then we'll see what other colors we wind up with. And then we're going to want you, and you, right? And that's everything, if I'm not mistaken. So what we'll do is we'll do the meats here, and then we'll do the you're rabbit, right? So I can put rabbit like that, and that should be cool. And I guess I'll put the rabbit's foot here. And then if I get my laser wrench out, bind you to maximum range of 8. Okay. And then extract. Sweet. And then everything should be going into the drawer system. Nice. And I might want some overclockers. Zoinks. Well, that's a little bit faster. Laser I/O is a little bit OP. Can we be honest about that for a minute? It might be a little bit OP. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not going to say it is, but I'm not going to say it's not. Okay? I'm just saying facts. All right. So let me organize the rest of my inventory. So that gets us mob farms plus sheep farm. And I feel pretty good about how that played out. Like I think we're in a good position there. So I don't need you, and then that, and then anything else I don't need in my inventory at this exact moment, I can put you away. Everything else I like. All right, cool. And we are currently at 55 wool. I don't mind at all. I like this. I think this is a neat system. I think automating things with Create is just fun because you get to build fun stuff, right? Like, you just get to build cool things. That's my opinion. Right? Are you no longer depositing wool? I feel like you're not, and I'm wondering if something weird happened. Oh, I bet I know what's happening. I bet I know what's happening. I would bet you that because the shears are in the first shot, the chute can no longer drop wool. So let's fix that. So on the up, you're going to insert that stuff. And then from here, you're going to extract. But on the down, we also want to insert. I'm going to need more item cards. That seems like a good number to me. So, on the down, you're going to want to insert. And we should probably lock this chest. Right? So down, insert on, how about orange? And then up can be an extract on orange. So then in theory now, he should be... I'm not filtering what he's allowed to extract, but he's filtered by virtue of the fact that he's only inserting into a chest that can handle wool, right? Like, that works for me. Is that cool? Sounds good to me, right? Yeah, that should do. That should do. Okay, back in a minute. All right, so my current issue is how do we automate spawning the wither? What I would like to do is have a system set up such that I can press a button and a wither gets spawned. And I do this in a lot of my series, and generally each series it's a little different because I have a different set of mods available that I can do this with. And in this series, I'm trying to figure out how to do that because there's challenges to this with the current pack and what things exist. So here's what I've come up with, and I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to use modular routers, which is a mod we haven't really talked about too much yet, but is a pretty cool one because it can do a bunch of things, including place blocks in the world for me. There's a handful of mods that can place blocks in the world. There's integrated dynamics, and there's probably one or two more, like refined storage can also do it. I might do it with refined storage too, we'll see. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do the placing. However, when you place a wither blocks in the world and get them to build the wither, then the wither shortly thereafter explodes, destroying all the blocks that placed it, which is not an ideal situation. So you have two options. You need to either place the blocks far away from the blocks that placed them, which I don't think any mod in the pack supports. Option 2 would be moving the blocks that do the placing with something like create. Like, so push it forward into a secure area, place the wither, and then move it away before the wither spawns. That's another option and a challenge. Option 3 would be to spawn the wither in one place and teleport it to another. And I think that's the route I'm going to take. And I've done this before with a mod like Draconic Evolution that had portals that you could set up. However, this time I'm going to try it out with Ars Nouveau. We're going to check out warp portals. Like warp scrolls, provide a one-way teleport to any location, provided it is in the same dimension. So we have to construct a portal frame from arcane bricks in the shape of a rectangle and provide a full source jar nearby, then throw a warp scroll with a written location into the frame. Given there is enough source nearby, the portal will be created. Portals can be created in many sizes, and both horizontal and vertical. Warping does not cost any source after creation, which is very important, because we don't want to find ourselves in a situation where we spawn a wither and it doesn't teleport. And then finally, it can send players, mobs, spells, and items to any location in the same dimension. So in my mind, I envision that this will allow me to spawn a wither above it, the wither can fall into it, and teleport into a box where he's trapped. Am I on the right realm of possibility here? We're going to find out. That's what we're going to do today. So arcane bricks is a thing we're going to need. And then we're also going to need some warp scrolls, right? So if we search here for warp scroll, that may use a single time to teleport to a recorded location. However, teleporting across dimensions is not possible. It can be used to warp other entities if an inscribed scroll is held in the offhand and the caster casts blink on an entity. Well, that's neat. So that's a thing that we can totally make. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some warp doohickeys. Let's get a bunch of this. I feel like we're going to need a lot of source gems for this guy. Now, did you make more for me? You did, and I'm super excited about that. Let's get some more lapis so that you guys can, you know what? I'm even going to do 3 stacks. Why not? Boom. Okay. So from here, I want to make a warp scroll, which should be cool. Now I'm going to need some blank parchment for that, which means I'm going to need some mage bloom. Okay, neat. First time trying this out. Okay, so I should be able to bind this warp scroll to a spot in the world. Then I should be able to create a portal that it'll go into. So let's start with how we're going to trap the wither. I was going to go the shields from RF Tools, but then I decided, meh, I don't want to do that. So we're going to do tinted glass, which apparently is tough enough to withstand withers. So I'm going to need a lot more glass than I currently have. Oh, we're missing sand. Hopefully I have some in here. And then we can get this many. And then we can start building our tinted glass. So some things I'd like to find out about tinted glass. Number one, really? You can withstand withers? Because that's cool. And number two, how about when I break you with a pickaxe? Do I get the glass back or do I need silk touch? It's usually the question I ask. So let's call this like a... Do I usually do a 5x5? Is it... What just happened? I think that skeleton is exploding things. Yeah, he is. How rude. What a rude little skeleton. He even knocked off my armor. Very, very, very rude. Very rude. Now, talk to me. Break. Get glass back. Good to know. Cool. Alright, so I think in general I do a 5x5 area, if I'm not mistaken. Am I remembering this correctly? Now, is this kind of aligned properly? Man, is that dark. Whew, that is a dark thing. So then I throw this in here. And we got a couple more stacks. And effectively, I'm going to want two... I don't know if you like being placed with... Are you going to be all funky about the fact that I placed you with building gadgets? You might be. Alright. Not a crisis per se, but wow, is that dark. Whew, that is dark, let me tell you. We might want a feral... No, we probably don't want a feral flare lantern over here because of this, right? So that would be a bad time. So I'm probably going to need to build these by hand. Not the end of the world. Let me get this built and we'll be right back. I usually do 5x5, right? Is that my wither? I've done this enough. You'd think I'd know. Man, this room is wonky. It feels short, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel short? I should bring it up one. I think I'm gonna. And now I'm gonna wind up having two of these. One that we're gonna spawn the wither in, and one that we're gonna trap the wither in. Now, technically, the wither does not need to be spawned inside this box if the teleport works every time. But if it ever doesn't work, it's gonna be a bad time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have two of these boxes, one for spawning and one for, you know, killing. And that way, if the teleport ever doesn't go smoothly, then he'll be inside of a room, right? And that'll be fine. That feels a little bit better to me. Okay. So now if we wanted to spawn a wither, which, yeah, that's what we're about to do right now. We're going to test this out and fight a wither manually for fun and profit. Cool. So I don't know how this wither fight's going to go. I'm not expecting it to go super well. But we'll see what we can do. I do have Dispel at the ready. And I do have Self-Heal at the ready. So I can always pop out and remove Withering, right? The darkness in here is very disconcerting. Alright, everybody cross your finger that this stuff actually blocks wither explosions. Because if not, this is going to be a bad time. I hope we have a recent backup. Hey, alright. Nothing blew up. Well, that's a good sign. That's a good first step. Ooh, that does sting. I can do this. Oh, maybe I can't. Was charged by Wither? What does that mean? What does charged by Wither mean? Did that thing do a thing that was like shenanigans? Is that a new Wither attack that is in this pack that I didn't know about? Travel anchor. I'm gonna need a new one to get in there and get my stuffs. I hope he doesn't blow up my corpse, right? You can't blow up a corpse, can you? Oh my goodness. He did a little bit. I'm okay. What is this going on now? Whew, that was close. Alright, let me get my stuffs re-equipped here. I don't think I need you guys in my inventory at the moment. And you could probably be... Ooh, a Wither Rose, that's nice. Alright, that seems nice and organized. But boy, did he make a mess. So he definitely leaked out a little bit of explosionary stuff. And I think to help ensure that doesn't happen again, I'm gonna fill this all in. Does that seem pretty safe? The other thing I might do here, nice and centered, is I'm going to mute Wither sounds in this area. So in this location, in a radius of 5, Wither ambient, Wither break block. I mean, I'll keep that open. Wither hurt, Wither shoot. What do we got going on in recent? I thought I killed all the Wither sounds. Am I crazy? That seems better. Okay, cool. And this will just be, let me put this in here. Oh, did the Wither heal himself? What's that all about? What is that all about? Oh. And I'm also going to rebuild this dirt so that we have that filled back in. So I want to make sure that, I basically want to make sure that if he explodes stuff again, I notice it. So if I fill it all back in now, then we'll know, hey, an explosion happened and he destroyed blocks again. I want to have this be a nice, safe spot. So yeah, that should be good. All right, let's try this again now. I may have accidentally cast my water spell, but that's okay. Alright, this is doing a little better. I like this. Alright, water problem fixed. I'm just keeping an eye on my health now. It's so hard to see your health. So now, is he going to do this weird explosion-y thing again? Where he charges? He doesn't look like he's doing that. I think that's it. He definitely did it. Got him. I think he was doing it again. So when he gets that, like, extra glow, he's definitely doing something. And it looks like his explosions can get through the whole entrapment area thing. So we might want, like, another layer of dark glass here or something. Or maybe we don't care about it so much because it's only going to break around it. But, hey, that's another star. Woot! Our first nether star of the series. Always exciting. So that's cool. I like that. Alright, so nether star goes away. Now we have a plan for trapping the weather. Now we need to come up with a plan for placing the wither, which I kind of have at a high level, and killing the wither, which we'll have to figure out probably next episode, I think. So for now, Double20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and automate some aspects of this. Not bad. I might still go the shield route, because I don't mind the tinted glass. I do like that it's just permanently protecting from the weather, but it's, boy, is it dark in there. But not a, you know, huge, terrible deal breaker. I'm fine with that. But for now, it's wrapping up point. So Double20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and do all the things I talked about, which is automatically spawning and hopefully figuring out a way to automatically kill the wither. All right, everyone, take it easy.